All right, The Edge.
You ready, huh?
I think I might possibly be you filthy fucking gutter snipe.
Ooh, that's better than cum bucket.
Dirty bangtail. Come on.
Nope, I ain't got nothing on the bangtail. That was good. That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, high five.
Thank you. I ain't got nothing after bangtail.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
Great. Well.
Welcome back to Serial Killers and Chill. Oh.
Yes, as you see, we are lounging with popcorn.
It's because tonight is not a killer review.
Easy.
Bite me.
But a horrible movie review.
Yes.
And this one is actually not that horrible, but
no, like normally we would pick something that is just, I mean, we're talking like
Thanksgiving. I mean,
Euro trash type stuff or oh my god.
Some bad ones.
So we had some we tried to sit through, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, The Vampire Happening on Amazon Prime. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
It's such a waste of life. Like,
please don't do it. We will never get that like 40 minutes of our life back. Yeah, and there was still 50 minutes left.
Yeah, we only made it 40 minutes, and we're just like, we couldn't figure out the
plot disappeared.
Nothing.
The plot disappeared.
There was just
it vanished.
There's just shit happening, and you're just like,
there was no rhyme. There was no reason.
Nothing. So
the dialogue was don't.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I mean, we were literally begging each other to quit.
We were seeing who could last the longest until we were both like, nope.
Nope.
But then we ended up finding this movie.
Yes. And it's a little outside of what we normally do because this is a 2021 release.
Yeah, brand new out there on Amazon Prime.
And normally we do quite a bit older. Anything from 80s, 90s, skip the 70s.
Skip the 70s.
Some of the 60s wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
You start getting
50s
towards,
and 40s.
Yeah, anywhere from about the 30s to the 50s, you get those really cheesy movie monsters that we both love so much, like the rubber suits. No. Instead, we opted for something that was released this year.
Which, again, it's a pretty good movie. It's, to some maybe a horrible movie, but we both enjoyed it. And
the reviews were kind of all over the place on this one. It is a European or British horror comedy or comedy horror.
Comedy horror.
I don't know.
I would say comedy horror.
Benny Loves You. Directed, produced, screenwriter, and starring Carl Holt.
Which I didn't know that he was the director, producer, and writer for it. I mean, he played such the perfect part of this whole movie. Like, he plays the adult child so well.
He is. This movie it's a super clever tribute to the killer toy genre from back in the 80s with the Chucky movies. So move over, Chucky, because guess what? Benny can at least hit his targets.
Matter of fact, in this movie, he kills over 10.
Oh my goodness! And the body count racks.
Yes, and it's impressive, and it's one of those where you're watching and you're just like, some of it's gore to be gore,
It is, and it delivers that over the top gore immediately.
And it's awesome. I mean, they do. So the beginning of the movie, and we're not, some spoilers, just putting this out there.
Tiny.
Some spoilers.
Like your ex-boyfriend, Tiny.
Anyways, so the movie starts out with this brat of a child that everybody knows somebody's kid that's like this, where you just want to, slap the kid.
Are you kidding me? My inner Karen wanted to reach through the television and choke the child.
So, and there's a part where the mom even goes, is it illegal to slap my kid or something like that? Like,
yeah, and somebody answers back.
Yes, I.
Oh, she asked, is it legal to slap my kid? And an answer back says, yes, I belt mine all the time.
Yeah, so she's like, like. So then this kid is screaming, yada yada. She gets some new toys, throws the old toy away, which happens to be Todd the teddy bear.
Yes.
Throws
and it's
him in.
Kind of a creepy looking teddy.
I thought it was cooler than shit. I mean, I would have a teddy bear like this. So throws it in the toy box. Now, and this scene immediately reminded me of Toy Box from Insane Clown Posse. That song started repeating in my head over and over throughout this entire movie. But anyway, so this brat of a child gets her new toys, throws the old one away. Well, very disrespectfully.
She wasn't polite about anything.
The toy then comes out and all of a sudden becomes alive.
Revenge.
All of a sudden comes alive and tears this girl apart. And the mom, who has been coming in and out of the room from the daughter screaming, yada yada, ends up finding the daughter dead in the closet. Kind of and the eyeball even rolls out and hits the mom's toe.
That was hilarious.
And up on the wall it says "pretty bitch" that the bear had painted in the blood of the child. So that's our spoiler for the main part. Just that beginning.
If you want an idea of kind of where this movie Benny Loves You is going, for anybody out there who has seen it, think Happy Tree Friends.
Yes. That is YouTube. Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah. It is Happy Tree Friends in murderous live action.
Because it's just so random, the stuff that... So Benny is protecting Jack, which Jack is...
I don't even think it's so much protecting him.
Well, it's certain things, like some of the humans that do bad things to him, Benny
goes after. Benny extracts revenge for Jack.
And then becomes super jealous, and then that's when anybody that Jack talks to, Benny's going to attack.
So basically, this is the tale of the ultimate man-child. I mean, the ultimate man-child.
Works.
It's got this metaphor. We're all told at a certain point in our lives to throw away your childish things and hurry up and grow up. Well, this is kind of like the epitome of it, only he's edging towards his mid-30s, still living at home with mommy and daddy.
It's his 35th birthday. Excuse me, sorry, we got food in my mouth. His 35th birthday is freaking hilarious. Wait till you see it.
Jack's your atypical, stereotype millennial who is thrust directly into adulthood by the accidental, oddly hilarious slapstick death of his parents on his birthday.
Yes. But the way that they go out is what is... You're just like... Oh! Especially the mom and like...
It's so unbelievable. Like, I'm sitting there going, how did that kill you?
Well, I mean, the mom... or the dad, I could definitely see.
The dad, yeah, but the mom one, that was a questionable one.
It was still super cool.
I mean, unless like the shock of it gave her a heart attack.
Whatever.
It was
cool.
super, super slapstick funny. To begin his journey into adulting, Jack starts tossing away all of his childish things, along with his favored plushie, Benny. They keep calling Benny a teddy bear. And it looks
like a rabbit.
It's not a damn bear. It looks like a rabbit. It looks like a rabbit.
But is that something that's maybe British?
Well, yeah, they refer... The way I say plushie and stuffy, they refer to a lot of their things as teddies. Okay. So it is kind of... Yeah, it is kind of like that. But it just... I don't know. Maybe it was just something that kind of flustered me for a minute.
It bugged both of us throughout the entire movie that this is a damn rabbit.
Yes.
So...
Well, Jack... has to figure out how to deal with this when Benny just suddenly reveals his Pinocchio syndrome.
Yes.
He doesn't know whether he needs to defend himself, should he make peace with this deranged critter, or use him as creative inspiration.
And it's so cool, like, because, like, it's not like he gets mad at Benny for the things that he did, and Benny's just so happy all the time.
He's just mad at the inconveniences.
Yes, and that's all it is. Throughout the entire movie, it's the damn rabbit inconveniencing Jack throughout the entire movie, and he's just like, he like slaps his head like, really, again? And,
yes.
And then he has to find a different place to hide the body, and just it's super funny.
Well, Jack finds a way to work with this and decides to utilize his teddy as inspiration, which works good because he works for a toy company.
Yes.
He's a toy designer.
Yes.
I'm getting just a hint of Grandma's Boy.
I was just going to say that.
Freaking love that movie.
I was just going to say that.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Such a good movie.
You can keep Laura Croft.
Which, that poster, remember when he brings the chick home? And there's a Laura Croft poster.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
As she lays down on the bed, she looks on the ceiling, and there's Laura Croft.
Yeah, which we found very amusing because that particular character's name was Tara.
Nah.
Now, I understand.
Hers is pronounced Tara, by the way.
Well, a friend of mine, straight from Britain, could not say my name the way that we say it here, so I excused him saying Tara. It's just, I don't know, and when he said it, it sounded pretty, but when Americans say Tara, it just, I don't know.
Sloppy.
Maybe because it isn't my name.
I don't know.
I'm used to people getting mine wrong.
Dreeky or Drek or Derek. Somehow the R's and the E's get mixed around.
Yes, I've known a lot of people.
It's pronounced Drake.
Who have gotten it wrong and said Drake, or not Drake, but Derek.
Derek. Yeah.
I'm having a moment. I'm trying to say it wrong, but I know it right.
Right.
So basically, from the outside, it appears like this poor guy is just being shit on in the worst way by everyone around him, and his coworkers are like the worst of it. And his life is a complete wreck. It's a disaster.
It's horrible. Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse. But
at the same sense, it's getting better.
Well, and I get that they were trying to get you to sympathize with him, like, oh, poor guy. I'm sorry. I have to howl. I can't sympathize with him one itty-bitty iota, because here he is, nearly, edging towards his 40s, and he's been enabled, and he's been coddled. He's still living at home with mommy and daddy,
And the reason why he didn't want to leave, one of his excuses was because he got cake every year. It's like, you can go to the damn store and buy a cake.
Yeah, well, they showed him living on his own after his parents died, and it was deplorable.
Oh, yeah. The food everywhere, rottedness. Oh, the milk scene. That he actually drinks a lot. Anyways.
The spit in his tea.
A situation happens where police end up getting involved. These two officers who are dumber than a sack of bricks.
Oh my God, they're like just.
You have pictures of them, right?
Yeah. I'll put the pictures up. These guys are. It reminds me of the movie Hot Fuzz.
Stupidly hilarious. I mean, they are so stupid, but they're like the couple that are just so dumb together. It's funny.
But just when you think they can't get any dumber, they do something brilliant. And then they go back to being Riri's again.
It's hilarious. And in the end scene with these cops, the end, you don't want to say how it happens.
Yeah.
But the end scene.
You actually get to see that they've got a brain cell between them.
But it's so funny when the cop comes out from behind the cop car. It's so dramatic. It's so drawn out, over dramatized. Yeah, that. And you're watching this, and you're watching a plushie, and you're like,
it's hilarious.
And you're so stuck on it, but you're like, I'm watching a stuffed creature,
and it has. Now, when the plushie moves about, when Benny moves around,
it's loose.
It has the same action as like a marionette, but you're not seeing the strings or the limbs jerking from the strings.
No, there's even parts throughout the movie. Excuse me, I'm feeling my mouth, where he doesn't even touch the floor as he's moving.
Yeah,
like he doesn't even touch the floor.
Now there is one scene that I do want to ruin, because it is by far one of the coolest that I had seen, where Benny was like in his murderous rage. So it was that
excuse me.
Hail Satan. So the knife gets dropped, and Benny jumps off the table and does this tuck and roll and grabs the knife as he goes. So hits the floor, grabs knife, tucks and rolls, and hauls butt with knife. And I'm like,
it was so smooth. It looked
it was
cool and shit.
It was awesome.
It was cooler than shit.
I don't know. I found it. I was excited. I'm easily entertained. And it's the final showdown that is, it's definitely where this whole thing is at.
And it's so amusing because, like I said, it's very overly dramatic in the sense that where you're just like, and you're drawn to watching it, and then you remember that you're watching a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like a mental train wreck.
It's so funny. And then there's an Easter egg at the very end. Because we're wondering what happened to this particular person.
If you ask the right question before the end of the movie, you will know the answer.
Yep. There
is a really cool Easter egg towards the end.
Yes.
Of the movie.
Like, way in the
hint.
Yes. In which I did find a mistake that they did in the movie.
Yes.
Yes. So, spoiler alert. Dad dies on his back. Dad dies on his back. And then they go to cutscene and come back in. And Dad's on his stomach. Hilarious.
And actually, that was really the only major that I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, there were little ones. Like, you know, most movies have, like, that little one.
Clothing was different. Or bloodstain was different. Which, the blood scenes, the cleanups, are hilarious.
That is some of the most believable blood I've seen in a movie.
Oh, yeah. They did excellent. But the way that he was cleaning them up and, like, literally cleaned his whole house that is covered with blood everywhere in, like, 5 minutes.
And hit a body.
And hit a body before the police officers entered the house. It was so freaking hilarious.
I'll tell you what, if he can clean it up that quickly, he needs to go work for Merry Maids, and I will happily hire them to come clean the house.
Hilarious.
I mean, overall, like I said, normally we do really,
really crappy ones.
Really crappy movies.
In which this one was iffy to begin with. Like, we watched the trailer, and there was a scene where a ninja thing was happening.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's it. That's the one we got to watch. And, of course, then, because we didn't even finish the trailer, at that point, it's still a very 50-50 shot in the dark. And this one ended up being a good one.
We've had some where we've watched the trailer and been like, oh, my God, yeah, woo! You watch the movie and you're like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was that sofa one? The one that we watched after Llamageddon.
It was like the Killer Sofa.
Killer Sofa or something like that.
It was horrible.
We finished that movie.
No. Yep. No, we didn't.
I thought we did that one.
No, we didn't.
We got really far into that one then.
We got about 30 to 40 minutes into it.
No.
Before we were just unbelievably bored.
I was drunk. I don't remember.
We were about 30 to 40 minutes into it, and it was so bad that we're both just sitting there on our phones, playing on our phones.
That's what it was.
It was really horrific. Killer Donuts. That one was pretty good.
That one was pretty good. We still need to watch Rubber. Hulk suggested
that
one.
Yes. Hulk, we have been looking for it. We will locate said movie Rubber. And we will be watching
it. As soon as you messaged me that, I went and checked on Netflix, and it wasn't on there. So
yeah, I was a little biffed.
If you guys notice where it's at, what platform it's on, send us a message. Let us know, because really want to watch that movie.
It's supposed to be about a killer tire.
Killer tire, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't give us any of the plot, because we promised we'd watch this for our friends. So
yeah.
But yeah, so, overall,
good movie.
I would definitely say Benny was a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I'm gonna say. Agreed, 4 out of 5.
I mean, there were some things here and there that were kind of lacking.
Right, but
overall, they were easily ignored.
Overall, for what the movie was, yeah, 4 out of 5.
Richard was a tit.
Yeah, Richard was a tit. The vacuum.
Oh!
Don't tell him. But
the death by vacuum scene doesn't suck.
Not at all. All right. Well, that's my conclusion of Benny Loves You.
This is about the best we can do on this without giving too much of it away.
Which we've given a lot away, but like we said, it is a spoiler alert. So if you've seen the movie, great. If you haven't seen the movie, I hope this inspires you to go see it on Prime.
Yes.
I think to purchase was like $14.99.
Yeah, $14.99 was the purchase,
and I think the rent was
$7.99 for the rental.
But
so Amazon Prime, $7.99 to rent, $14.99 to purchase.
In my opinion, totally worth at least renting to watch once, but we purchased them
because we know we will rewatch it.
Yes. So that is my conclusion of this movie.
I hope you guys are brave enough to go out there and hunt this flick down and watch it because it's a freaking riot.
Let us know if you end up watching it.
Let us know in the comments.
I'd like to see how many people actually end up watching this movie, so I'd appreciate it.
I wouldn't mind watching it again. And actually,
we've watched it twice already since last night.
It's tame enough that I'd let our kid watch it. It's tame enough.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, okay, blood, guts, gore, but she thinks the Chucky movies are hilarious.
Right.
She'll love this.
So.
All right, so.
Appreciate you guys.
Benny loves you. Amazon Prime.
Yep, remember, like, share, comment.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. All those things help. We appreciate you guys very much.
Thank you, and every single one of you have absolutely pleasant nightmares.